What's up, everybody? Just doing a quick review here. I use YouTube for everything when I buy models and stuff, but I've never made a video before, so this is new for me. But this is something that I couldn't find much on, so I figured I'd try and do something for the community and do a quick review on it. So this is the Mirage. I don't even know how to say that, if it's the 3.0 or whatever. I also don't know how to pronounce that brand. I've never heard anything about it. So kind of going in blind. Excited to see what this is. But it's a 72nd scale, so it's kit number 72064. Box is alright. It comes from Ukraine. So it's got to be relatively sturdy because it got here in one piece, even though it was just shipped in a paper bag. It is expensive though. I think this was about $52. And for a 72nd scale from a brand that I've never heard of and couldn't find any reviews on, I felt kind of brave, decided to do it, and we'll see how it goes. So opening the box, you kind of have your picture of what you expect to see. Here's your instructions, which are pretty nice. But then, I feel like if you open the box, it's just kind of underwhelming. It's just a Ziploc bag full of parts. But we'll go normally and we'll start with the instructions. So these are really nice, printed on glossy paper, with your color callouts with AK and Mr. Color, and then just in plain English what the color actually is, which is nice. I like the way the instructions are laid out. This is the first time that I'm looking at this. We're kind of doing this together, but it's all like the 3D CAD drawings, and then even like the seat right there kind of has a rough layout of the colors of what you expect it to look like. If the parts look as good as the picture, it looks like there's quite a bit of detail on here, and I mean for 72nd scale, I guess I'll move it so that you can actually see on the camera. Like building your wheel wells, kind of the walls, it looks like there's going to be a lot of detail on it. It explains how much nose weight you're going to need, which is handy, because I always end up Googling that. Pretty straightforward. It looks like there's a lot of small pieces for a 72nd scale. But yeah, hopefully the pieces look as good as the instructions do. It looks like right there, if you can see that, there's the canopy mask, which there's numbers, so I'm assuming it comes with it, which is really nice. Very much love canopy masks. It's got some weapons and stuff, which is good. Some of these kids don't have them. And then you've got 5 options for decals. So they give you a little bit that you can pick from. So that looks pretty good. And now to our Ziploc bag. Just one bag. Clears are in their own bag, and if you can see that, there's a separate window for if you're doing it closed or doing it open, which is nice. This thing is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but trying to figure out how you can see that. Don't even remember where the camera is on here. That looks like it's probably not showing up, but the details are pretty fine. For like, I assume this is like the cockpit wall or something. I have no idea what these pieces are for yet, but like engraved panel lines, you've got good rivet detail on there. It doesn't look like they're too thick. You can see some scuffing on the plastic because all of these were in one bag, I guess. But nothing looks deep or anything. It looks like you can clean that up and paint over it and it'll be just fine. Nothing looks broken, even though there's some very, very small pieces on here. Just kind of going through, you got the front cockpit area, which that might be a setup so they can do different versions, doing the 2-seat and all that. And there's a cockpit, or sorry, the ejection seat, which comes like, what's that, like 8 pieces right there, which is kind of nice. So assuming everything fits together, this looks like it's going to be a pretty decent build. First impressions, I don't like these weapons. I don't know if these are like from a different kit and they just reused the sprue. But just based on the details that I saw on those 2 frets, it kind of looks like this is lacking a little bit compared to those. So, I mean, I guess it can't be too picky. It is a tiny little baby scale, but whatever. This looks nice. The belly right here. Hopefully you can see some of that. Really fine rivet detail on the axis panels and stuff like that. So that looks like it's gonna weather real well. It doesn't look like it's too big for the scale, at least from what I can see. And then you've got, see, these weapons right here already look like they're a better detail than the sidewinders that were on that other fret. So maybe I'll end up just using some weapons from a different kit, but we'll see. And these look like the inside of the wheel wells. And that's really fine detail in that. It's got all the wires and the hydraulic lines and all that stuff, so that looks like it's gonna build up well. And then just fuel tanks. The tail is in a bag with the decals. I don't know if that's just fragile or what, but it does look real nice. You've got same consistent rivet detail on panel lines for the rest of it. That's very, very fine rivets. There's the mast. So there's canopy mast and mast for the wheels. And there's some pieces of plastic, which I'm wondering if is like for the HUD or something. I'm not entirely sure what that's for yet. Oh, nice photo etch too. That's pretty cool. And then your decals. These look very nice. Yeah, these look really nice. I don't know if you can tell. There's not too much shine. It looks like the words are really finely done and you can actually read what they say. Yeah, these aren't super shiny, so it looks like they're super thin too, so it looks like they'll lay down well. I have no idea who prints these. It says something on there. I can't read it, but it says printed in Ukraine, so maybe it's this company that's doing their own. But they do look good. The plan is to use the kit decals just to see how they go. Learn a little bit more about this company, I guess. So that's pretty much it. There's the box again, in case you forgot what we were doing. I figured it was at least a little bit of a good look in the box for people who might be looking at getting this kit. It's a lot of money, so I like to do my research. But here it is. I plan on doing a build. If there's interest, maybe I'll make a video about it. I've never done one before, but I know they are handy to follow along and figure out how the fit is and all that stuff. So maybe I'll do one if there's interest. So just let me know if there is. If not, I'll do it on my Instagram page and I'll put it in the description or something if you guys want to follow along with pictures. But yeah, if you want to follow the build, if I ended up doing it, I guess like or comment, because from what I pick up, YouTube videos don't work if you don't say that. So there you go. If you like it, let me know and I'll do a build. Hopefully this is some good for you. So